The foundation of your personality and confidence begins with one essential truth: knowing who you truly are. Self-awareness is not just about recognizing your name, your background, or your habits. It's about looking deeper, beyond what others see. It's about discovering your true essence, understanding what drives you, what limits you, and what shapes your emotions and behavior. When you develop self-awareness, you unlock the first and most powerful step toward transformation. Because before you can improve anything in yourself, you must first understand what exists within you. Most people live their lives on autopilot, reacting to situations without truly understanding why they feel or behave the way they do. They get angry, anxious, or doubtful without pausing to reflect on the root cause of those emotions. They chase success, approval, or attention, thinking that these external things will give them confidence. But the truth is, confidence does not come from the outside world, it grows from self-knowledge. When you understand who you are, your confidence becomes unshakable, because it no longer depends on anyone's opinion. It stands on the solid ground of truth, your truth. Self-awareness begins with observation. It's the art of watching yourself without judgment. Start by paying attention to how you think, how you speak, and how you react. Notice your thoughts when you wake up in the morning. Are they filled with gratitude, or do they carry worry and stress? Notice how you treat people. Do you listen to understand, or just to reply? These little details reveal the state of your inner world. The more you observe yourself, the more patterns you'll start to notice. You'll realize that many of your reactions are not conscious choices but automatic habits formed over time. Once you see these patterns, you can begin to change them consciously. True self-awareness also requires honesty, a kind of honesty that can be uncomfortable. It's easy to recognize your strengths, but it takes courage to admit your flaws. Yet that honesty is where growth begins. When you acknowledge your weaknesses, you give yourself the chance to overcome them. Pretending they don't exist only keeps you stuck. Growth begins the moment you look at your imperfections and say, yes, this is me right now, but it doesn't have to be forever. That acceptance is not weakness, it is strength. It shows that you are ready to evolve. Your personality is the reflection of your inner awareness. Every word you speak, every gesture you make, every choice you take, all of it flows from your understanding of yourself. A person who knows who they are moves through the world with clarity and calmness. They don't need to impress others because they are already at peace with themselves. They don't chase validation because they know their worth. This kind of personality is magnetic, not because it tries hard to stand out, but because it radiates authenticity. And authenticity, my friend, is the purest form of confidence, but to build this level of awareness, you must create space for reflection. Our modern lives are filled with noise, endless scrolling, constant distractions, and the pressure to always be doing something. Yet growth happens in stillness, your words. When you listen, truly hear. When you make a mistake, don't run from it, study it. Every moment, good or bad, is a teacher. The more mindful you are, the more self-aware you become. And as your awareness grows, your personality naturally becomes more refined. You begin to act with purpose, not impulse. You start choosing responses that align with your values, not your moods. That is where maturity begins. Sometimes, self-awareness requires solitude. Spend time alone, not in loneliness, but in discovery. In silence, your thoughts become clearer, your emotions settle, and your inner voice becomes louder. The world is filled with opinions. Everyone wants to tell you who you should be. But when you spend time alone, you begin to hear the only voice that truly matters, your own. That voice guides you toward authenticity. It reminds you of your dreams, your values, and your purpose. The more you listen to it, the more your personality aligns with your true self. Your environment also shapes your awareness. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, not those who pull you down. The company you keep can either cloud your self-perception or sharpen it. When you are around people who challenge you to think deeply, to reflect, and to become better, you naturally become more aware of yourself. Choose conversations that inspire you, habits that empower you, and activities that bring you closer to the person you wish to become. There's also a subtle but profound aspect of self-awareness, being aware of your inner dialogue. The words you say to yourself matter more than the words anyone else says to you. If your inner voice constantly criticizes or doubts you, your confidence will struggle to grow. Learn to reprogram that voice. Replace "I can't" with "I'll try." Replace "I'm not enough" with "I'm improving." Speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement that you would give to a friend. When your inner dialogue becomes positive, your outer world begins to change too. Another element of awareness is recognizing your triggers, the things that disturb your peace or cause negative reactions. Everyone has them: situations, people, or memories that push emotional buttons. When you identify them, you gain control. Instead of being a prisoner of your emotions, you become the master of them. For example, if criticism triggers anger, ask yourself why. Is it because you feel unworthy, or because you expect perfection from yourself? Understanding the root helps you break free from the reaction. Over time, these insights turn into wisdom, and wisdom is the highest form of awareness. Self-awareness also helps you align your actions with your values. Many people say they want happiness, but their actions chase approval. They say they value peace, but they hold on to grudges. When your actions and values are in conflict, you feel restless and uncertain. But when they align, you experience harmony. That harmony is confidence. It's the quiet knowing that you are living truthfully, that your behavior reflects your beliefs. And that inner alignment makes your personality stable, grounded, and respected. Let's not forget, self-awareness is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. As you grow, your understanding of yourself deepens. You will uncover new layers, new strengths, and new lessons. There will be times when you'll stumble, times when you'll lose sight of who you are. But even in those moments, awareness is your compass. It always points you back to your true north. Keep asking questions. Keep learning. Keep observing. The more you evolve, the more your personality becomes refined, and your confidence becomes unbreakable. Think of self-awareness as a mirror that reflects not just your face but your soul. When that mirror is clear, you see your purpose clearly too. You understand what drives your passion, what fuels your confidence, and what drains your energy. You learn when to push forward and when to rest, when to speak and when to stay silent. This inner clarity turns confusion into direction, fear into focus, and insecurity into understanding. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and creators in history all had one thing in common: a deep understanding of themselves. They knew their strengths and used them wisely. They acknowledged their weaknesses and worked to improve them. They didn't waste time pretending to be someone else, they mastered being themselves. That's what made their presence powerful and their confidence contagious. You can achieve the same by committing to your own self-discovery. In the end, self-awareness is not just the foundation of personality and confidence, it's the foundation of happiness. Because when you know who you are, you stop chasing the wrong things. You stop seeking approval from others and start finding fulfillment within. You stop comparing your journey and start living your truth. Your confidence becomes natural, your personality becomes radiant, and your life becomes meaningful. Every day, with every act of awareness, you become more authentic, more powerful, and more at peace with who you are becoming. Born with, it is something you build, step by step, through discipline, consistency, and positive action. It does not arrive like a sudden burst of lightning, it grows slowly, like the sunrise, spreading light into every part of your being. People often mistake confidence for luck or talent, thinking some are simply gifted with it while others are not. But the truth is, confidence is built through habits, mindset, and the courage to keep moving even when you feel uncertain. It is the result of choosing to believe in yourself every single day, no matter how small the step or how long the road. Every confident person you have ever seen, whether a speaker, a leader, or a creator, was once unsure of themselves. They were not born fearless, they became fearless through repetition, through effort, and through self-discipline. Each time they faced fear, they grew stronger. Each time they followed through on a promise to themselves, their self-belief deepened. Confidence is not a gift, it's a reward. A reward given only to those who dare to show up, to try, to fail, and to try again. Daily discipline is the foundation on which confidence is built. When you commit to something, no matter how small, and you do it consistently, you send a powerful message to your mind: I can trust myself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your inner voice grows louder and steadier. When you say you'll wake up early and you do, when you say you'll complete your task and you finish it, when you decide to face a challenge and you confront it, you are building self-respect. And self-respect is the deepest root of confidence. Without it, confidence collapses. With it, confidence becomes unshakable. Think about it: if you constantly break your own promises, how can you believe in yourself? Confidence is not built by telling yourself you are strong, it's built by proving it through action. The mind does not respond to empty affirmations, it responds to evidence. Every time you act with courage, discipline, and integrity, you give your mind evidence that you are capable. That evidence turns into belief, and belief turns into confidence. Confidence also grows through small victories. You don't need to take giant leaps to feel powerful. Start with one small goal. Achieve it. Then set another. Success, no matter how small, fuels your sense of worth. It reminds you that you are in control of your growth. Each small achievement builds momentum, and momentum turns into power. Soon, what once felt impossible begins to feel natural. The things that used to scare you start to challenge you instead. This is how confidence expands. It feeds on daily progress, not perfection. One of the greatest barriers to confidence is overthinking. Many people wait until they feel ready before taking action, but readiness never comes. The longer you wait, the stronger fear becomes. The secret to confidence is not waiting for courage, it's acting first. Action creates courage. Every time you face what you fear, you weaken the power that fear has over you. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you teach your mind that discomfort is survivable, even necessary for growth. The moment you move despite uncertainty, confidence begins to form. Discipline and confidence are deeply connected because both are built on self-control. Discipline is doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like it. Confidence is believing that you can handle whatever comes your way. When you live with discipline, you naturally develop trust in yourself. You stop relying on motivation because motivation fades. Discipline, however, remains. It is the quiet force that pushes you forward on days when enthusiasm disappears. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, your confidence silently grows stronger. A confident person is not one who never fails, it's one who never stops learning. Confidence does not mean you know everything, it means you are willing to face anything. Failure does not destroy confidence, it refines it. When you fail, you learn. When you learn, you improve. And when you improve, your confidence becomes real, not fake or forced. True confidence is built on humility, the understanding that you will fall, but you will rise again every time. To cultivate confidence through daily discipline, start with your mindset. The way you talk to yourself matters more than you think. Negative self-talk is like poison to confidence. Thoughts such as "I can't do this," "I'm not good enough," or "I always fail" keep you trapped in fear. You must learn to reprogram your inner dialogue. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Speak to yourself as someone who deserves growth, not punishment. When you believe that you are capable of change, your actions begin to align with that belief. Confidence also grows in the company of progress, not perfection. Many people never begin because they fear making mistakes. But mistakes are not the opposite of success, they are a part of it. Every confident person you admire has failed countless times. They learn to view failure as feedback, not defeat. The more mistakes you make, the more experience you gain. And the more experience you gain, the stronger your confidence becomes. So stop waiting to be perfect. Start with what you have, where you are, and keep improving as you go. It's important to understand that confidence is energy, it's how you carry yourself. Your posture, your eye contact, your tone of voice, all of these reflect your inner state. Even before you speak, your body communicates your level of self-belief. Stand tall, take up space, walk with purpose, and look people in the eyes when you talk. When you carry yourself like someone who belongs, you start to feel like someone who belongs. The body and mind are deeply connected. When your body expresses confidence, your mind begins to follow. Confidence also grows through preparation. When you prepare for something, an exam, a meeting, a speech, you remove uncertainty. And uncertainty is one of the biggest enemies of confidence. The more prepared you are, the more control you have. Preparation builds assurance, and assurance builds confidence. But remember, over-preparation is not the goal, trust is. Learn what you need to learn, do the work, and then trust yourself to perform. Trust turns effort into excellence. Daily positive action is the secret ingredient that binds it all together. Every small, positive habit adds another layer of belief in yourself. Whether it's reading for 10 minutes a day, exercising regularly, meditating, or journaling your thoughts, these daily acts of discipline transform your self-image. You begin to see yourself as someone who shows up, someone who tries, someone who grows. And when your identity changes, your confidence becomes effortless. You no longer need to fake it, you naturally live it. Surrounding yourself with positivity also strengthens your confidence. The people you spend time with influence how you see yourself. Spend time with those who inspire and uplift you, who remind you of your potential instead of your limits. Limit the time you spend around negativity, criticism, or comparison. Your environment shapes your energy, and your energy shapes your confidence. Choose wisely who and what you allow into your space. Confidence and humility must walk together. Real confidence is quiet, it doesn't shout for attention or dominance. It doesn't need to prove itself. Confident people are grounded because they know their value does not depend on validation. They celebrate others without feeling smaller. They accept compliments with grace and criticism with composure. Their confidence comes from self-understanding, not from superiority. When you reach this level of maturity, you become both strong and kind, powerful yet humble. Confidence also comes from contribution, from giving your skills, your knowledge, and your effort to others. When you help someone, you remind yourself that you have something valuable to offer. Contribution shifts focus from insecurity to purpose. It replaces self-doubt with meaning. And meaning creates the deepest kind of confidence, the kind that lasts even when circumstances change. Remember that confidence is not an emotion, it's a decision. You may not always feel confident, but you can always act confident. Every time you act as if you are confident, your brain records that behavior is real. Over time, your actions train your emotions. This is the principle behind the phrase "fake it till you make it," but it's not really about faking, it's about practicing confidence until it becomes natural. Confidence is a skill, and like every skill, it strengthens with use. Above all, confidence requires patience. You cannot rush it. It grows through experience, failure, and persistence. There will be days when you feel uncertain, when fear whispers that you are not enough. But those are the moments that test your commitment. Push through them. Keep showing up. Keep doing the small things that build strength. Confidence is not built overnight, it's built over time, through discipline, courage, and faith in yourself. In the end, confidence is freedom. It's the freedom to speak your truth, to pursue your dreams, to face challenges without fear of judgment. It's the freedom to live authentically, without needing permission. And that freedom is earned, not given. You earn it every day you choose discipline over comfort, growth over excuses, and faith over doubt. You earn it when you take one more step, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Confidence is not a gift wrapped and handed to you by life, it's something you create, shape, and strengthen every single day. It grows from the choices you make, the habits you build, and the courage you show in moments of uncertainty. It's not about being perfect, nor about being fearless. It's about believing that no matter what happens, you have the strength to face it. When you discipline your mind and body, when you honor your word, and when you take daily positive action, confidence becomes your natural state. It doesn't need to be forced, it simply flows through you. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, and live differently because you trust yourself. And that trust becomes your power. So, as you move forward from this moment, remember, confidence is a journey, not a destination. Every sunrise gives you a new chance to strengthen it, every challenge gives you an opportunity to test it, and every victory, no matter how small, adds to the foundation of who you are becoming. Believe in your growth. Stay consistent with your actions. And never doubt the quiet power within you that says, I can, I will, and I must. Because when you trust yourself fully, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stand in your way.